What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Ben Thomas Show. Thanks for coming back. Guys, I'm a little late on this one because I've been away visiting family, but we got to talk about Exo-6's newest pre-order window opening for Chief Medical Officer Brashear from, of course, Deep Space Nine. And I've got some thoughts about this one, so guys, stick around. If you like the video, hit the like button, smash the subscribe if you're new to the Ben Thomas Show, and let's get into it.
YouTube, the final frontier. These are the episodes of The Ben Thomas Show, my continuing mission to explore strange new Star Trek reviews, to seek out new Star Trek collectors and new badass collectibles, and to boldly go where no Trek collector has gone before.
Okay guys, welcome back. Now when it comes to the Exo-6 figure, I do want to look at the likeness first, because that's what we all look at first, right? That's the moneymaker. And I will say that even in comparison to a real life shot, I definitely see the actor likeness here in this portrait. Now, I do feel like it does suffer a little bit from the Exo-6 softness, but let's be honest, Exo-6 is still doing a great job at pumping out the figures lately. There was a bit of a slowdown there, but pre-orders are starting to ramp up again. People are starting to get those figures in hand. The data that I recently got, I loved. I'm so excited for Geordi. Neelix went up for pre-order recently, and now, of course, Brashear. And Brashear adds to the Deep Space Nine cast so well. He's there right from the beginning of the show. You know, Lieutenant Junior Grade. This is a guy that was second in his class at Starfleet Academy. He is genetically modified because when he was younger, he was actually born below average in size and intelligence, and his parents literally had him genetically modified, which was illegal at the time, and he became smarter and more physically capable. But because he ended up choosing Deep Space Nine as his assignment, we get a chance to really know this character. And he's kind, he's got a good heart, clearly. He's a doctor, right? But in the Mirror universe, he's a lot more aggressive, I will say. So this version of Julian Brashear, or Jules from when he was a kid before he found out he was genetically modified, this version of the character is pretty great. As you can see, his look also changes quite dramatically from the beginning of the show to the end of the show. I think this look is somewhere in the season 4 to season 7 range. He's definitely a little bit older, but because I can't find one photograph that really matches the way this sculpt looks, that doesn't necessarily mean it's not a good sculpt of him. I can see the likeness for the actor there for sure. Is the sculpt a little on the waxy side still? Yes. There's something in the paint apps and sculpting that Exo-6 still hasn't quite nailed for me yet. But the price point is also significantly lower than some of the 6 scale that we're looking at, and even kind of in our minds comparing these two. And so for that, I have to give them a pass. I actually think this is a pretty strong likeness for this actor, and I really like the updated photography lately on these photos. You can actually see it. They're color graded properly. I like the backgrounds, and you can actually dial in on the face a little bit, see what you're going to get, hopefully, in your collection when it comes to proto to final. From proto to final. Because let's be honest here, in Exo-6, I don't typically see much of an upgrade or a downgrade from proto to final, for better or for worse. Now, I think the likeness is there, so let's leave it at that for now. The outfit is a pain point for me on this one. Normally I'm surprised because Exo-6 usually does, for me, what feels like an excellent job with their tailoring. And this one does look a little on the baggy side, I'm not gonna lie, but I also wonder if they're using maybe a stock body just for the prototype at this point, and they're gonna change it later. Because while Brashear did get genetically modified and he's stronger and more mentally smart, he's still kind of a thin man. And he's definitely smaller than the likes of Captain Sisko and some of the other main characters. So right now, I actually think even in this group shot, which is a great group shot by the way, I really like this photo, I do think he looks too large and his outfit looks too baggy, especially for what we normally see in the show. So from prototype to final production, I do hope that they tweak that a little bit for sure. The cost of this guy, he does come in at $195 plus the $20 flat rate shipping from Exo6. He is up for pre-order right now. It does look like he'll be up until April 2nd of 2024, and he's actually expected to arrive as early as Q3 of 2024. So again, that means to me that Exo6 is definitely ramping up production. Now, I would say that the Deep Space Nine line has actually been one of the stronger lines right from the beginning, and I think it gets their B team. I know that may sound like an insult, and I don't mean it to. I think characters like Kira, I think characters like Ben Sisko have honestly looked pretty good. And I haven't had many complaints about them. In fact, seeing again the whole line together is great. I think the Quark looks amazing. So this is one of the stronger lines. And I see that Jadzia Dax back there. So she's got to be coming anytime. And she looks pretty awesome. She's been blurred out a little bit and she's backwards on the one picture, but you see her coming. Now, what do we get for $195 plus $25 shipping? Not a lot. The figure does look good. I'll give it that. You've heard my take. But once again, the accessories to me just feel a little on the lackluster side. Not gonna lie, I get it, the price is a little lower, but the same Type 2 hand phaser that we've seen from the other Deep Space Nine characters. He does have the hypo spray, which it does include 3 different colored vials. I do think that does look good, and the medical tricorder is going to be a nice little piece there as well. But then he's also got his personal access display device, and that's pretty much it. Like, he doesn't come with a couple pairs of hands. He does come with the hexagonal base, just like the rest of them. It does say here he stands 12 inches tall, so he's going to be about the same height as other characters. Which is okay. His height isn't an issue for me. It's more of his build size, at least from what I'm seeing from the character, in comparison to what I recall from the show. Let me know if you guys feel the same about the body type. But for me, the accessories here are a little bit lackluster. However, if you love the character, that shouldn't diminish your desire to pick this guy up, I wouldn't think. Now, I do hope we get a Chief O'Brien soon, because let's be honest, Chief O'Brien is easily one of his best friends throughout the show. They need to be paired together at the very least, and we haven't seen an O'Brien teased yet. And I loved O'Brien from Next Generation, and I honestly thought he shined even more on Deep Space Nine. He was a cool character, and they had some really fun like holodeck adventures and stuff. I wish they'd given us like an Easter egg holodeck piece or something else in the accessories that just makes the character a little more unique in the collection for the collecting aspect. But otherwise, having the Star Trek line together, it is looking pretty good. This is now, I think, probably the most complete line next to Voyager, and I do think all of the cast of characters that we're seeing here with Deep Space Nine are superior in figure format to the Voyager line, unfortunately, especially because it comes from the same company, which is a bit of an off-putting feeling when you have one next to the other. Now, I've heard some of you out there say you still love your Voyager line, and that's good to hear. I have purposely not picked it up, which is painstaking in my heart because I love Voyager as well. But guys, I want to hear from you. Is this a figure you guys are picking up? Do you feel like Brashear is a main character for Deep Space Nine? It's a can't miss character. Or are you excited maybe for some of the other Star Trek lines? I'd like to hear, do you feel like it's a pretty good likeness? Are you more with me on the material side being a little baggy? Do you think it's perfect? Love to hear from you guys. But thanks for waiting for the video this week, guys. I know you had to be a little patient while I was away visiting family, but that was worth it time. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you liked the video, hit the like button, smash the subscribe if you're new to the Ben Thomas Show, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Live long and prosper, everybody.